So the facilities that is given to us by the, like, in this material world, the facility that we have is due to our own karma. Krishna is just providing you. He is not responsible for this situation because we are responsible. But still, Krishna is always available. Like, he's the one who is providing everything and maintaining everyone. But this karma that we have created for this particular body, which is not so good, I think so. You all agree. You all agree with that. There's so many inconveniences, so many desires which are never fulfilled and never satiated. Like so many things. It's all due to our own stupidity. Okay, Krishna is providing that. Just like a farmer sows a seed on the land of rose flowers, for example, and another farmer next to him sows the seed of a cactus. So when the rain comes, the farmer who has sown the seed of rose, he will get rose, right? The one who has sown the seed of cactus, he will get cactus. So for the cactus, the person to be blamed for is not the rain, it's the one who sown the seed. So Krishna, like the rain, provides everyone. It's us who are sowing the wrong seed. So if we sow the right seed and do it rightly, then we'll get proper results. That's why this Sambandha Gyan, that who am I, is very important. And that's the basic or the initial stage where we need to understand that I'm different from this body. That we need to be pretty much clear about that I'm different from this body. This body is not me. It just imposed upon me by my actions in my previous life. And whatever desires that you're fulfilling in this life is all your unsatiated or unfulfilled desires which are pending from your previous many lives. This is what you're trying to fulfill. The nature that you have developed is from your previous life. So many things are there. So if you want to continue this cycle, you will act upon your bodily nature. If you don't want to continue in this cycle, then you have to act upon your real nature, which is spiritual, which is soul. So this is very, very important to be conscious of this situation that I'm not this body and the desires of this body is not me. Even though he's having so many desires. But the grip within this body that it's so like deeply rooted, it's not so easy to overcome. That's why we take shelter of Krishna. By taking his shelter, we can overcome this wrong conception about ourselves, this wrong identity that we have. And we are saved from like repeating this wrong identity in our next life by taking shelter of Krishna. And Krishna is ready to provide that shelter. Krishna is providing you everything, but the Krishna is really focusing on like take us back to Godhead, back to Him. Because where in that situation we'll be getting our real identity, real facility. And that's what Krishna wants you to have, not this wrong facility that we have right now. So whatever we possess right now, the intelligence, the beauty, the this body or whatever we have, we need to offer it to Krishna and give pleasure to Krishna. This is what we must do. Today only in the class there was one notes I was making. Yeah, to be instrument of Krishna. So right now we are in human species. We all know, I think so. So we are in human species, and this is the best facility that we can have in all existence in this material universe for practicing Krishna consciousness. There's nothing better than this. In other species, we cannot do that. So we are very, very fortunate. So we can use this opportunity to become instrument of the Lord. So what is an instrument? Okay, I'm asking you a question right now. Okay, what do you mean by instrument? Hmm? What do you understand when we say the word instrument?
Some tool.
Huh?
Some tool.
Some tool. Okay. Something more philosophical.
Are we talking about shelter of the Lord here?
No, no. Like when we say the word instrument, what do we understand by
Okay.
that?
ए बंद कर ना टीवी मम्मी
Chinmay, yeah, please say.
वो कंजूर उसको लगा
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Yeah, something is controlled by another thing which is powerful than first thing. It is instrument. I think.
नवीन भद्रा, आपका वीडियो चालू है और आपका ऑडियो भी चालू है.
अरे वो वीडियो ऑडियो जो
हाँ. Okay, please tell me again what you were saying.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I think so. It's like instrument is like uh, something is controlled by another thing, like which is powerful than first thing.
Something which is controlled by like another what?
Another thing, like we are in Krishna consciousness, we are instrument. We have to become instrument in the hands of Krishna.
Oh,
This means we have to become instrument. Like we must give our control in hands of Krishna only. Then we will
oh,
become an instrument.
right, right, right. आप लोग ने कभी गाड़ी चलाया है, स्कूटी? सबने चलाया रहेगा, right? साइकिल तो चलाया
That's
रहेगा.
true.
If not scooty, yeah. Most of you have that experience. So you're driving and you're supposed to take left, but your scooty says, "No, sorry, I want to take right." But you are driving the scooty or cycle, but you want to go left. So this tool, that instrument that you're using to reach a destination, which is cycle or bicycle or motorcycle, whatever it is supposed to follow you. Otherwise, it's not doing its duty. So that's why this is what means to be an instrument. Instrument means it just follows the order given by the person who is having the control. So if I am having the steering in my control, it should follow. If you're taking left, you should not go right. Then it's not good. So this is what surrender means, to become an instrument of the Lord. And that's the real purpose of our existence, to become instrument of the Lord. And we have to reach that level. And at that level, life is full. There's nothing more to be dreaming or hankering for. It's full. It's complete. So this is what stage that we need to reach. The instrument stage. Completely sheltered. And that's why Krishna says, when you become an instrument of the Lord, then He provides what you lack and He protects what you have. Because Krishna wants you to be instrument. Krishna wants you to be the best instrument. But we are not ready, we're not complying, we're not even allowing. So that stage is called surrender. This is the stage that we need to reach. And it's so nice, yeah, right? Krishna wants, okay, do like this, okay, Krishna, I will walk like that. Krishna says, do like this, Krishna will walk like that. That's why Prabhupada says in the poem that he wrote when he was arriving in USA, New York or Boston, Ki I'm a Katputli, make me dance the way you want to dance, make me dance. It's up to you. He was complaining like, I'm here telling these guys, these foreigners who are engrossed in sense gratification at a much higher level to follow no illicit sex, no intoxication, no, what do you say, meat eating. Like, how will they follow? But I am an instrument. You do what you want to do with me. I'll just try to fulfill your desires. So, Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine. He went to do the mission of his spiritual master, Gauravani Pracharine. He just tried. He went there. And Krishna provided everything. Krishna provided everything. So this is what to be. And I was hearing Srila Prabhupada's lecture a few days back. He was saying that no one in the history recently has done what I have done, Srila Prabhupada is saying. I made Vaishnaves Krishna Bhaktas. And amazingly, this is a reality. There was no one before Prabhupada. Even Vivekananda went. He never made anyone devotee of Krishna. No, he never made it. He just went. We all, some of many people say, oh, kya baat hai, kya baat hai. But what's the point of giving Bhagavad Gita if one doesn't become a devotee? So nobody before Srila Prabhupada was able to make anyone a devotee. And that's like amazing. And not only like West, he went Australia, he went so many places, even went even Russia. What about Russia? Communist country. There. And what about making devotees before? He is still making devotees. And he's making devotees. What's our capacity to make devotees? People are joining by reading Srila Prabhupada's book. People are inspired by reading Srila Prabhupada's book. Srila Prabhupada is still making devotees. He's still making devotees. Not even India, everywhere, everywhere. So that's what an instrument can achieve. A sincere instrument. It's a long-term effect. Eve Yash Dushuktre Bhuvana. Throughout the world, three worlds, his glories are sang. And today only I was like focusing, as like meditating. So it was like when the like we are disciple of someone, like I'm disciple of His Holiness Kadam Karan Maharaj, someone might be disciple of someone else, right? So and we all have to leave our body. We all have to die. So when we die, for example, the last stage when we are like done with everything, we should be able to face our spiritual master because he did his part by being sincere follower of Krishna, by being a sincere follower of Srila Prabhupada. And it was glorious. And he is watching, Srila Prabhupada is watching us, what are we doing? And after when we pass away, we have to face them. So they should be proud. You are my disciple. You did what you're supposed to do. Srila Prabhupada must say, yes, he is your disciple, like you. Glorious. So spiritual life means disciplic succession. Guru Shishya Parampara. We just don't get spiritual name and Kantimala. We get responsibilities also in our life. To be a right example, a right disciple of our spiritual master. To be a right representative of Srila Prabhupada. To be a genuine devotee of Krishna. This responsibility also we receive when we take spiritual initiation. Initiation doesn't mean just Hari Nam and this and that. No, it means now you're responsible for all these things. You're responsible for all these things. So if we meditate on this, so we have a big, big responsibility. It's not small. It's not small. It's not something that we need to be slack about. It's something that we really, really need to work on it, on that. We have to plan our life according to that. And why we shouldn't do it? Already we are suffering, right? Hakina, we all are suffering. Even though if we are, even though we are chanting, still we are suffering. So we need to get out of this suffering. How? By just allowing Krishna to control our life. By making decisions where Krishna is the decider, not our mind or our senses. Choosing, planning the way Krishna wants to do for our life, not what the mind wants. And if you do that, then you will be fearless. Then you will be focused. Then you will be absorbed. Then only then there won't be na sochiti na kangsati. Brahma bhuta prasannatma. Na sochiti na kangsati. Brahma bhuta. He is fixed in his identity as a servant of Lord Krishna. Brahma bhuta prasannatma. prasanna atma, delighted soul, satisfied soul. He never hankers, he never laments. So we are not like ordinary persons in ISKCON, or like the one who is following this path of bhakti yoga. We have, like, we can say we are chosen. We have a big task upon ourselves. We should not cry about our own problems. We have no problems in our life. It's nothing what we have. People outside who doesn't have spiritual life, they have bigger problems in their life. And we need to provide solutions to them. But if we are just entrapped and like surrounded by our own problems, oh my this, oh my that, what the hell? What's the point of having spiritual life if you are just entrapped by your own problems? What philosophy have you understood if you are entrapped by your own problems? Then you're zero right now. You will be always entered by some problem, but we don't worry about it. We don't care about it. We just focus on doing our spiritual duties and spreading this message for each and everyone. This should be our focus. We are living for that. We should live for that. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, if you have life, you should preach. If you're not preaching, even after having life, you are dead. You are living dead, like a zombie. So this is what we must do. Now, what's the point of attending this session and classes and everything if you're not changing our life, not trying to share this important message with others? What's the point? There is no point. Spiritual life is just not an add-on. Oh, I may do my all nonsense, material planning, material enjoyment, all what I was doing before, and little Hare Krishna and Hare Prabhuji and this and that. What's the point? No point. Pointless. If you're not serious. This is what seriousness means: taking responsibilities of others, preaching to others, and your problems will be taken care of. You don't have to worry about that. It will be automatically taken care of. You don't have to worry about it. Just focus on you doing your duties. That's your part, and just preach the message. Rest all will be taken care of. Your anxieties, material, economical, everything will be taken care of. You don't have to worry a bit. Try it, see it yourself, then you will see how it works out. I'm not just saying some hollow words, it's experienced words. Do it and then see the beauty of Krishna consciousness. Do anyone want to ask anything? Or I continue?
Hare Krishna, please continue.
Thank you. The Hari Bhakti Viveka, there is a statement regarding how one can offer his body in self surrender. That a devotee says, my dear Lord, as a souled animal has no need to think about his maintenance and sustenance. So, because I have given up my body and soul unto you, I am no longer concerned with my maintenance and sustenance. In other words, one should not bother about his personal or family maintenance or sustenance. One is actually surrendered in body and soul, means consciousness. He should always remember that his only concern is to be engaged in the service of the Lord. This is surrender, which might be like too elevated, too high for us. But this is what really bhakti means, to be surrendered. Mostly people are just putting add-ons in there, just like we have add-ons in our website and everything. This is what we are doing. We're doing our basic foundation is material life, and we are just adding Krishna consciousness as a formality. No, sir, this is nonsense. No, our basic foundation should be spiritual consciousness, and we do the needful with the add-ons of material formalities. This is what we must do. This is what Srila Prabhupada is saying here by giving the reference. We should not bother about our personal or family maintenance or sustenance. It will be all taken care of. Krishna is assuring you. If you don't have that faith, then something is lacking. Krishna is saying, I will take care of you. Vaha mein hum. I will protect you. I will provide you. Why are you worried about that? Do not fear. Ah, no, no. Are you sure? Will you? Can you see me? Are you aware of about me? So many souls are there, billions and billions of souls. Will you be able to understand me, see me, judge me? Do you have time for me? So many queries we might be having. So doubt, we have doubt, and how things will work out. It will be difficult. So Srila Rupa Goswami says that devotional service in friendship and devotional service. Okay, this is different. Yeah. So the main thing is like to be dedicated to Krishna. Let Krishna decide for us. राखो भी मारो भी जो तुम्हारी इच्छा. You want to kill me, you want to uh, make me suffer, or you want to be make me happy. You decide what you want to do. I will just follow. I will accept and follow. Ha 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 ha. That's something wonderful. So further, Srila Rupa Goswami says that devotional service in friendship and devotional service in self-surrender are two difficult processes. Therefore, such relationships with the Lord can very rarely be seen. Only for the advanced devotees are these two processes easily executed. The purport is that it is very rare to see surrender which is mixed with sincere ecstatic devotion. One must give himself completely to the will of the Lord. Do you want to see ecstasy? You want to experience ecstasy? Surrender yourself. Then you will find ecstasy. You're dry because you're managing yourself. That's why it's dry. Let Krishna manage, then you will see the beauty. You will be filled with fear, Krishna will relieve you. And when Krishna relieves you, my God, the experience of ecstasy and the things that we experience is totally out of this world. It's totally out of this world. So next, offering a favorite article. Yeah. So what is dear to us, we should offer to Krishna. Then we will be eternally benefited. So tell me, what is dear to all of us, which is common? Then I will ask everyone a detailed one, a single detailed one. So, what is dear to all of us, which is common? बोलिए.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
God,
Prabhu,
God,
Prabhu,
God.
like attachment,
Okay,
attachment की.
God is there. That's good. But okay, I will take this one. God. Okay. Tell Tanish, continue.
Yes, yes प्रभु, like attachment के रिलेटेड पूछ रहे. इसमें है कि फिर like जो डियर होल्ड करते हैं, मतलब थ्रू अटैचमेंट की, like फैमिली फॉर एग्जांपल, ऐसा कुछ, ऐसा कि डिफरेंट वे.
Like like we are chanting Hare Krishna, doing so many things, but something is there that we have not given to Krishna, and that is very dear to us.
Our mind.
Mm, Mind is just the media, but what are we doing with the mind right now, and what we want to do with the mind later on when we give to Krishna? That's the essence in this.
This life itself.
Oh, but what in life you want to give?
No, no, like अरे मतलब
Something.
पूरा this life, full life, मतलब ये life, like
Okay.
कोई
This
for
life
example,
or eternal life?
yeah, okay. प्रभु, good one, good one.
Are you
It's
understanding what
like
I'm
they,
trying to say?
yes, 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 I'm waiting.
So others come up with some word which I'm looking for.
Food.
Oh,
What? Self.
love bro, और कुछ नहीं, और है नहीं.
Love. We don't have love. We have only lust. Sorry. Something else.
Really, can food be considered?
Be louder.
Can food be considered? Like
What can it be considered?
food, food.
Food.
Yeah.
Ah, we don't want. We are not sharing with Krishna, so we should start sharing with Krishna, right? This is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Also, I'm assuming we're not sharing our money, Lakshmi, which we have.
Money, money, money. What does money make you?
Uh, rich
When
and
you get
happy.
money, what's the feeling that you get?
Accomplishment.
No,
Pride and ego, actually.
no, no. Something else. What you get in your money? वही वर्ड है ना, मेरे पैरों
Satisfaction,
पे खड़ा हो गया, उसका मतलब क्या होता है?
material achievement.
No, I am independent of my parents now. I'm earning my own money.
Yeah, so there is no
Don't need
dependence
my
on
parents
Krishna,
now.
right? Yeah.
This independence that we have, or like the dependence that we are lacking, this is what we have to do. We have to give up our independence, which is very dear to us. Very, 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 very dear. Independence to choose, independence to decide, independence to plan, independence to so many things that we have to give to Krishna. And this is very, very dear to us. Articles, everything, that's okay. But I'm still deciding what to give. But I don't decide, I just give whatever I have. I don't decide. That's called giving independence. Why I choose? I just give whatever I have. Why I have to choose? This is what we
Yes.
have to give to Krishna. The independence. And do you know what does it mean to give independence? Do you all know what does it mean? If yes, give me some example. Those who are yes. Those who are no, we will discuss further. तनिष्क, हाँ, बोलो बोलो भाई बोलो.
हरे कृष्णा. इंडिपेंडेंस, राइट. मतलब अपने खुद के विम्पी में मैं एक्ट करना छोड़ के किसी के इंस्ट्रक्शंस के अंदर फॉलो करके रहना. इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग. हरे कृष्णा.
Yeah, you are right. But something more simpler. This is simple, but something more. If you can add.
So have faith in Krishna's will, actually.
I'm just talking a plain word about independence. I'm not talking about Krishna and everything. Just what does mean like giving up your independence? What does it actually mean? Give me some example. Ah,
डिपेंडेंस कृष्णा.
dependence on Krishna.
यस.
Okay. Anything else? Some example.
एक्सेप्टिंग.
Example. Come on, give some example. Why not? Some practical example.
So as kids, we are dependent on our parents.
Mm-hmm.
So same way, dependence on Lord Krishna.
Okay. So now I will tell you what's a nice thing. Most of us are like around 20s and 30s. So just like you're going to your college, some party, and you're dressing yourself, right? The way you want to dress. You come out and there's someone who says, "Oh, you should not dress like this. It will attract unnecessary attention. You should dress like this." And you oblige without complaint. Whatever you like. That's called independence. You dress the way you wanted, the way you liked. When Krishna says or someone says which is like important, he says, okay, no complaint. But what we do, क्या है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है, ई ऊ चा सब चालू हो जाता है, right? You accept when it's said, do like this. You don't complain. Okay, 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 no problem. You are right. Because it's easy to say following this, following that. But when you have some plan of your own, when someone comes and interferes in that plan and says, oh, do like this, it's not so easy. It's not so easy to give up your own conception and ideas and do Krishna's way. It's totally different level. Okay, you can ask a question, but then after that, remind me that I have to ask a question. Okay, ask.
Okay, Prabhu, so it's like accepting and following instruction without any क्या बोलते हैं क्या बोलते से क्या बोलते obstruction क्या बोलते हैं some
Complaint?
objection.
Objection. Yeah, it's like that only, but I will I will try to refine it more. Okay. So giving up our independence, does it mean that we just give up our existence? I can't choose, I can't decide. I just have to follow like a robot. This is what we are trying to say. What are you trying to conclude by this? Giving up independence. भूले भूले को पूछ सकता है, आपके मन में भी आ सकता है. You guys are talking about giving up independence. So do I exist?
Prabhuji, I feel giving up independence is not related to our existence. It is our like it is for our own good. So
Hmm. Hmm. Anything else? Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
Giving up independence, independence is like accepting Krishna as our controller.
Yeah. Then what we do then? We don't have any control.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु प्रभु प्लीज एक बार क्वेश्चन वापस रिपीट कीजिए ना.
अरे मेरा क्वेश्चन सिंपल है प्रभु जी. If we're giving up our independence, do we lose our existence? Like we can't decide what we have to do, so we do lose our existence. We
No,
might
no,
feel like that,
no,
right?
no.
Just like my parents say, oh, I go outside and he says, hey, ऐसा नहीं ऐसा तैयार हो. Oh, do like this. Oh, do like this. So what can I do then? I have to follow someone else. So what? Then what about me? So I have to give up my existence and to accept the other one's dictations. Is it what we are talking about here?
No, Hare Krishna.
Huh?
Giving up independence but giving up the ego. Existence नहीं. Cause हम जब act करेंगे तब हम लोग प्लीज कृष्णा को प्लीज करने के लिए act करेंगे.
या मतलब कृष्णा के लिए तो हमारे लिए क्या?
वो कृष्णा देख लेगा ना.
इतना भरोसा?
They are part and if we accept they are part and parcel of Krishna, and then we can give our control in the hands of Krishna, and then we can accept our independence. Like we will be ready for giving up our independence.
Yeah, but you can't say such statement unless you are doing that, right?
Yes,
Are we doing that? Ask yourself,
right.
every one of you.
Yes.
Are we doing that? If you are not, then what's stopping us? Let's ask question to ourselves. What is the hurdle that we are facing? Let's analyze this. What's the hurdle?
Lack of faith.
Yes, wow, good answer. Something like the best in the whole session today. Lack of faith. More, more.
Less practice of devotional service.
Yeah, that's the cause. Might be the cause, but main things like lack of faith is the essence. Anything? Anyone else? बोलिए.
More attachment to materialistic things.
Simply say, "Na, I'm materialistic." Why
Yeah,
am I attached?
materialistic.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
materialistic. Let's accept that, right? Let's
right.
accept that. I'm materialistic. Even though I'm wearing Kanti Mala chanting, I'm still materialistic. Why to shy to accept this? No need to shy. Okay, lack of faith, more materialistically inclined, more और बोलिए. बोलिए.
क्या हरे कृष्णा
You said.
प्रभु सेल्फ
No.
ओके ओके
You
ओके
shut.
ओके ओके ओके
You shut. Zip. Others. Come on, think. What's the hurdle? Materialistic, attached, lack of faith. What's our problem? Personal problem. Then I'll share my own problem also. Don't worry. No one? Like you want to say for everyone else or what? बोलो तनिष्क.
प्रभु जी सेल्फिशनेस
Selfishness. Okay. Yeah. Good. Selfish.
और अनर्थास 600 का काम करो.
Ah, that's okay. Anarthas, okay. But the main hurdle, we can't blame the anarthas. We are ourselves anartha. We can't blame the anarthas. We are making the anartha stronger by feeding it. That's the main problem. Come on, wake up, Baba. Get up and think about this. Otherwise, you're sleeping in Maya's lap. You can't inquire what's the hurdle which is stopping me to give everything to Krishna. What's the situation I'm in right now? If you ask me, I'm thinking, can't I enjoy also by chanting Hare Krishna? Can't I enjoy my senses? Isn't there is no like some way to do both of it? This is my problem. Want to enjoy the benefits of devotional life. That's my problem. And that's why when you do bhakti, you get the results, and you get the Taranga Rangini also, you want to enjoy. But when the surrender comes, okay, more dedication, then I start complaining. I say, this is too much. But as long as I get enjoyment materially by practicing bhakti, I love it. Ekdam ecstatic. When he is asking some surrender, some seriousness, I start complaining. So trying to use bhakti for material sense enjoyment, that's my problem. So, और कोई कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं? Or it's covered in these three things: selfishness, lack of faith, materialist. Like my answer matches to what Ishika mentioned about materialist. Yeah, materialistic mindset. enjoying materially by taking shelter of so-called spiritual life. Anything new? So two things. First thing is like we don't lose our existence. It's like Arjuna. Arjuna said, Vachanam tava. I can't decide what I have to do. You tell me what I have to do. What I have to do means I'm there. I'm not losing myself. You just tell me what I have to do. I have to fight. Can I fight with them? If I kill them, my relatives, is it in wrong and everything? So many questions he asked. He says, you just do your duty. And what's your duty? You just follow me. You follow my instructions. Do not fear. Krishna takes Arjuna from karma to jnana. What's jnana? He said, everyone is a soul. Why worried about material outcome? Material outcome is always destructive. Worry about the soul, the destination of the soul. That's what we have to worry about. Then be focused, engage yourself. But the mind is very flickering. But who is the topmost yogi? Yeah, Bhakta Yoga is the topmost yogi. And so many things it comes and says, Purna Samarpan, become my devotee. Worship me. Offer your obeisances to me. Follow me. So we are always existing. We don't lose our existence. But that existence has a purpose, and the existence purpose is to serve Krishna. And this is what we have to accept. I'm created, I'm meant to serve Krishna. My hand is meant to serve me. My hand can't say out of the blue, oh, this is what I'm meant for. Yes, this is what you're meant for because you're part of me. You're not the whole to think about yourself independently. You're part of me. So we have to understand this only, that we are part of Krishna. We are not everything on our own as a whole, as a singular entity. No, we are part of something higher. This is what we have to accept. I'm just a part and parcel, not something whole independently. But this Maya, this is so powerful. Krishna is so powerful. It makes you feel, oh, you are Raja of your own world. And our world is so small, like our mind, like our brain, so limited. We think like that, we see like that, we feel like that, but that's not the reality. Krishna is the main boss, not we. He makes you feel that you are the boss. This illusion is so dangerous, so powerful that we are not able to realize that we are in illusion. So powerful. So Arjuna never lost his existence when he was fighting for Krishna. He fought for Krishna. He was fighter. He liked to fight. That was his occupation. He never left that. Krishna says, you do your duty, you do your part. He did that. But he fought for Krishna. Rather than leaving what he was deciding, he was choosing a simpler path. Let me not fight. Let me go away. Let me become sannyasi. He said, no, you have to fight. For me, you have to fight. We don't lose our existence. Our existence becomes meaningful or complete or it becomes real when we do its real duty, which is serving Krishna. So my hand will be nourished if it puts gulab jamun in my mouth. But it says, no, मेरा मन नहीं कर रहा है, मैं कहीं और डालूंगा, कोई दूसरे होल में डाल दूंगा, तो काम होगा क्या? It has to follow the main person, the whole. It's saying, you use this, तुम जाओ, गुलाब जामुन उठाओ, मेरे मुंह में डालो, कोई दूसरे होल में मत डालो, कान में नहीं डालना है, नाक में नहीं डालना है, उसको मुंह के अंदर डालना है. वहीं से जब अंदर जाएगा तो डाइजेस्ट होगा और तुम्हें ताकत मिलेगा, तुम्हें नरिशमेंट मिलेगा, तुम्हें ब्लिस मिलेगा, तुम्हें एक्सटेसी मिलेगा. This is what we are meant to do. We don't lose our existence. That's the bottom ultimatum. The second thing, the hurdle. We have to accept, or we need to be honest with ourselves, with our situation. We might be practicing this bhakti which is transcendental, the holy name which is transcendental, the deities which are transcendental, the temples which are transcendental. Everything is transcendental. You have to accept that we are not yet transcendental. We are contaminated still. We have to observe our contamination. We have to be frank with ourselves, honest with ourselves. Oh, this problem I still have. It is my old problem. Don't let it become your friend, your problems, your anarthas. Don't let it become that. Accept it, then start working on it. Start working on it. By hearing Bhagavatam, by hearing lectures, by reading scriptures. This is how you will be able to overcome. By chanting with more attention. This will help you to realize that you are in such a bad situation. Otherwise, ahankar won't be able to help you really to judge yourself. If you want to be a proper judgment, you have to want to have a proper judgment. Then what you have to do? You have to be good in your sadhana. Then you will be conscious about your situation. Oh, too much proud. Oh, too much deviating. Oh, too much this and that. This is what we have to do. Let's do our part. Hearing more, hearing more, hearing more. Let's do it. Then only then you can overcome this. Otherwise, it's difficult. It's not so easy. It's not so easy. It's not a joke. It is something that you have to work on. It won't happen automatically. कब मेरे सर पे बिजली गिरेगी जब मैं सीरियस होऊंगा? नो, बिजली तो गिरी हुई है, इसलिए अभी ये भौतिक संसार में हो. Let's become serious. Any questions? Any comments? बोलिए. Nothing? Yes.
Prabhuji, like you mentioned that we should analyze ourselves. So, like, I know what I'm doing wrong, like, I know where I'm deviating. And every day in the morning, I tell myself that today we're not gonna do this, but I end up doing it. So, how to actually, like, how to stay focused on the same decision again that I will not do it?
Rather than focusing on what not to do, let's focus on what we have to do.
Okay.
When we are like consumed and like overwhelmed with things that we have to do, don't have time to think about what not to do. Like this is a better way. But we should be aware what things we need to avoid and everything. But our focus, our
Yeah.
attention, our energy should go on the things that we must do. Like we should not do intoxication. We should not worry. क्यों नहीं करना चाहिए? अच्छा बहुत ज़्यादा नशा होता है क्या? अच्छा क्या होता है उसका साइड इफेक्ट? ओ मैं स्लैक हो जाऊंगा क्या? Like it's stupid, right? You want to think about
Yes.
it like that. Okay, yes, chanting Hare Krishna. Okay. But why Krishna? Okay, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. But what makes him special? It said his name is sweet. Let me hear something about him. Okay, some pastime. Oh, this is sweet. So the ultimate aim is we have to only remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. Focusing on the negative, we're forgetting Krishna. So this motivator is a source of trouble. Yes, it's source of trouble. We don't give a whole lecture on the source of trouble. We focus on what is there, the essence, which is Krishna. And that's really complete. Like it makes it meaningful, the lecture. Like when I was initially like after coming to Bhakta, started giving classes and everything. Like I was making PPTs. So after making some few good PPTs, I was trying to become over smart. I was making like researching more on the website and everything on YouTube, and have to go through contents which are like not good, like something distracted, like distracted. So yeah, when I did that, like I realized later on that I was talking about the nonsense of this material world, how it's troublesome, how it's not incomplete, how is this and how is that, and which is a fact, which is reality. Two videos are trying to make them aware. Oh, you're in a rat race. Oh, you're in this and that. Okay, that's okay. But what what good is there in spiritual life? What good is there in chanting Hare Krishna? Let's talk about that. That's really what we say, relishable, not this material problems. You show material problems, you laugh on that, then you still are entangled in that. But talking about material problems won't deliver you from this world. It should make you serious. Okay, yeah, it's dangerous, but hearing about Krishna, that will deliver you from this material world. Not just talking about the problems. Hearing about Krishna will deliver you. This is what we need to do. We have to focus on Krishna. Always remembering Krishna, never forgetting him. This is what we must do. Oh, मेरे लाइफ में क्या प्रॉब्लम है, सब मेरे साथ क्यों होता है? Hell. And Hare Krishna, focus on Krishna. This is what we must do. प्रॉब्लम तो है ही है भाई. You yourself is a problem. What are you talking about other problems? You yourself is a problem. So you just focus on Krishna. This is called to be optimistic, or what we say, whatever they use these high-five words, outsider psychologists or psychologists. This is real optimism. To just focus on Krishna, to always remember Krishna. That's it. This will help us. Oh, anything else?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. और कुछ? Oh. Nothing? Roshan, you don't want to ask anything? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Just trying to absorb things.
Oh. Krishna, you want to ask anything? Everything good in your life? Yeah, so why to expect good from our life? That's the first question. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Ashashvatam. Is dukkhalay is meant to give you dukh. Alay is it's a place of misery. So chalay, place of toilet. Granthale, place of books. This is dukkhalay, place of problems. So why are you expecting something else? Yeah. Problems in your body, problems in your mind, problems to someone else's body, problems to someone else's mind, problems in the temperature, problem in the environment, problem in the pollution, problem in the water, problem. So these problems are always there. Yeah. Why are you expecting anything else? So that's a reality. But Krishna is wonderful. Just like I was hearing a lecture about CC, and it caught my attention. And I'm just again by remembering it, I'm trying to relish it. So we all know Chaitanya Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Balram came as Nityanand Prabhu, right? Krishna Balram in Kali Yuga came as Nimai and Nitai. So Mother Sachi has a deity of Krishna Balram in her house, yeah. And she used to offer bhoga to Krishna Balram. And she was in her kitchen and she was hearing some argument going on. And the argument was like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was complaining to these deities, "Hey, you, why are you eating my kota? This is not your yuga. You were there in Dwapar Yuga. This is my yuga. I'm the Kali Yuga avatar. So let me eat my offering. You go from here. Don't take my quota. So they were arguing among themselves. Oh, you have to go from here. I will eat this bhoga, not you. So yeah, it's like for me, it's like so nice, so nice. Such like meaningful things and something like blissful, something like winning your heart, something like that. The deities are fighting among themselves for the bhoga. What to do? So that's Krishna. It's difficult to understand him. And what's our capacity to understand him? Right? If I give you some nuclear theory and nuclear problems and so and everything, you just understand A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, but you won't understand the whole theorem and system or whatever it is that. So you can't understand the stupid nuclear program and theory. Why do you expect that you can understand Krishna, which is the source of all so many problems and queries and theories and everything? How can you expect to understand Krishna? What's your capacity? We don't have any capacity to understand Krishna. We understand Krishna what Krishna allows us to understand. This is what we have to act. We don't have any capacity to understand Krishna. Like say, I know Krishna now as it is. No, no one can say. And Krishna, when he looks himself in the reflection of the tiles, he's wondering, who is this wonderful person? How beautiful he is. Sometimes he is himself enamored by his own beauty. Like he is seeing for himself for the first time. This is Krishna. How can we understand him? Whatever we are understanding, that's beautiful, that's satisfying. And it will increase the way he increases our capacity. That's why initially when you come to Krishna consciousness, you don't understand the philosophy. क्या चल रहा है कुछ समझ में तो आ नहीं रहा है. Slowly you understand the same thing. It's so easy for you. How it happened? Krishna expanded your capacity. So that's Krishna, that's Balram. What to do? Sevaya Bhagwan and Sevaka Bhagwan. Both are Supreme Personality of Godhead. One is the one who is to be served, and the other one is the one who is serving. But both are Bhagwan. Yeah, so it's deep what to do. We are only on the shore right now. So, as you all have no questions, your life is perfect. So, we can end today's session by saying bye bye and by saying Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samasta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai,
श्री प्रभुपाद की जय
jai.
Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
हरे
thank you.
कृष्णा
Hare
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी